mountains around Chilko Lake's south end have wonderfully easy to follow broad ridges separating gentle glaciers. On the route, only a couple of steep pitches needed to be ascended on foot. Totally ideal ski touring terrain.
I love summiting peaks this time of the day. The light's perfect.
The late evening light saw us on a ridge high above the Southgate River. Across the valley, a glacier dropped off the vast ice of the Lillooet ice field.
Okay, so here you've got your basic cornmeal spew, and it's not thick enough. Somehow we got too much water. So we got to add a few things. We got some potato powder. Throw in some potato powder. Yum, yum, yum. Left over from a couple meals ago. This stuff's amazing. And then we got a little bit of egg powder. Sprinkle some of this in. Oh, yum. Okay, and once you have stirred it for about 12 to 13 minutes, the finished product is complete, ready to serve. There we have it.
The simplicity of life up here is amazing. Wake up, eat, pack, ski through amazing terrain, stop whenever, eat whenever, camp whenever, eat some more, sleep, and then repeat. The first peak passed on the ice field gave a superb vantage point. The views went from looking west into the Compton ice field, to the north the mountains directly above Chilko Lake, and the big ice of the Lillooet ice field in the east. Here the route took us by many unnamed and probably unclimbed mountains. Less than a dozen groups have ever skied through this area. The Chekizan Glacier and the Chekizan River Valley were one ridge away, but our present location was still encased by the ice of the northern Lillooet ice field. This region provided us with the highest mountains of our trip.
Yeah, this has been a ski tourer's paradise. Every single day, with the exception of one, has been perfect bomber blue skies. Some of the areas we thought might be a little bit tricky have been a piece of cake because the stability has been just phenomenal. The ski penetration at the very worst has been about 3 inches. Quite often there's no ski penetration at all. You know, slap on the crampons and in steeper sections, but it's been marvelous. And now we're coming to the end of it. Crazy to think.
An evening of ridge rambling took us over an unnamed peak west of Transition Mountain and then on to the Edmonds Glacier. At the top, the view showed Fluted and Monmouth Mountains, our direction of travel. We got the last close-up views looking south into the Lillooet ice field. For about 15 kilometers, our trip shared a line with a popular ski traverse that goes between the Chekizan Glacier and the south end of the Lillooet ice field.
Hello Jim, it's Tom calling again.
Hi Tom.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
Oh, we're having a bit of a rest day today. We might dawdle up a peak a little bit later on. We're up on top of this high, windy ridge at about 9,000 feet or so. Maybe a little less actually, 8,000 feet. And last night was very, yeah it is, last night was very windy. Our tent apparently was flapping all around, but today's sunny with a few scattered clouds. It's quite nice. Right now, we're very close to a mountain called Monmouth, which is definitely the biggest peak in the area.
Before leaving the higher mountains, we wanted to climb one last peak. Energized by the previous day's rest, we shot up Fluted Mountain's frozen south side. Snow and an easy rock scramble led to the summit.
Now there's a view! 360 degrees!
To the north, the even higher Monmouth Mountain rises above the Chilko Glacier and the surrounding peaks. The Nemaia Valley is our route out of here. This was a perfect situation. Here at the top of Fluted Mountain, we stood at the start of a 1,200-meter ski run.
Suddenly my skis got a little carried away with me. Ouch.
We bandaged Tom's bone-deep laceration with steri strips and started the process of changing dressings every few hours. We continued on and enjoyed many kilometers of fun, easy skiing down the Chilko Glacier. After getting off the glacier, we set our sights on finding a campsite in the trees and off the snow. We both felt lucky that Tom's accident had not resulted in more serious injuries. A fire and hot drinks made the place a very satisfying spot to watch the evening colors take on this beautiful valley. Here's how to make a real cup of coffee. The first step towards a great cup of coffee is a bag of instant coffee crystals. Next, you need to whiten the brew with milk powder fresh from a bag. Butter is the most indispensable ingredient. Molten butter almost makes the worst brew taste as